All right, shop updates March 2023. I think it's been a couple of months since I've done one of these because we got busy. So, yeah, absolutely nothing has happened on that one. Shouldn't be surprised there. Trailer. Da, 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 da. All right, first car. There's a lot of stuff in the back shop. Not much has changed up here. This car is nearly done. I got to put a diff in it this weekend, but I am stoked. For those who haven't seen already, my beautiful, zoom off here, rev limiter gauges with our name in it. They're so amazing. We got the new suspension on it. We're doing the Silver's Neo Max coilovers this year. I've been trying a bunch of different coilovers every year. Yes, there's known good ones out there, the Ohlins, the Zedias, the ones that are crazy amounts of money. But trying to find what my favorite, mid-range price point coilover is, so I can recommend it to people. So these come in at about $1,200, so it's a nice, happy price point. Only done testing in the parking lot so far, but so far very impressed with them. So we will report back once the season starts, and of course we've done all our other upgrades. This is our guinea pig car that we stick all of our products on when we're testing them. So there's about the 12th brake booster brace design we've come up with. We got our skirts and our splitter and tow hook and some other cool stuff on there. Our headlights from Left Lane Designs. Here's the race car everyone always asks about when they see through. This is a friend of ours who's trying to get this thing fixed up to sell it. I don't know a whole lot about it, to be honest. I know it's a Mazda. It's got an R12 2 Dorito rotary. That's about all I know about it. I know that it's broken and needs to be fixed. The laser blue. This thing is sitting here until our spring car show, so this will be here for everyone to see at our spring show when the owner is going to come take it home. Nearly finished. We got to finish up the sound system. So the head unit's in. We were waiting on carpeting that matched what was in there to finish the sub panel in the back. So that's coming in. Stinch, my man, your car is all done. This guy did a couple of things. We fixed the horn because that was broken. Replaced the clutch. Oh, lighting's very poor in here, but this is such a pretty motor. Added a heat shield on the exhaust and added a oil filter relocation to make it easier to change the oil for them. I love this car. Did something else too. I can't remember what that was now. I have to go look at the sheet. Yeah, super clean, nice car. All right, as we wander into building 2, it's bright outside. We had our first tech session this past weekend, which went very well. Definitely going to be doing more of those. There was lots of good conversation, and lots of great people came, and it was a lot of fun. So we're definitely going to be doing some more of those. And we're going to be targeting specific topics for each one. Let's see what's new in the Fab Shop. The MG. So this looks like not a ton has happened, but it has, and more importantly, it is the next car in line for the paint booth, and we'll show you when we get to the third building. The one that was in there just came out this morning. So next step on this guy is to get the motor plucked out and send it off to paint. Some trailers. I believe there's a trailer in the oven right now. That one's got all welded up. That one's ready to go. I can't remember whose that is, to be honest. And there's another grid in the oven about to get coated. Let's see if we can figure out what color it's going to be. No idea. All right, now moving on to the fun stuff. Oh, let's hold the door for Dan. Lots of fabric for subwoofer systems. Uh, that sub box sells like hotcakes. We're selling. I've lost count how many we're selling a month. So it's good to know lots and lots of Miatas are acquiring better sound. And the sun is coming out. All right. In the engine shop, lots of stuff going on here. Look, an empty table. You do not see that very often. Don't worry, it won't be empty for long. The motor for that is upstairs. I gotta go bring it down and start assembling that one. Gary, here's your motor. This will be done tomorrow and ready to go back in the car. All the parts are powder coated. And this motor is waiting on a crankshaft to come in. The head is done. We're waiting on the crank. We'll show you the car that one's going into here. So we'll start right to left. Yes, there's a really pretty yellow thing. All right, so this car, nearly done, and then yet not done. So we had nearly finished, then a couple things happened that required some more work to it. First was this car was brought to us under the assumption that it was a low-mile, perfectly happy running car. So we went ahead and we did the livery, we did the suspension. Then when we went to do basic maintenance on the engine, we discovered that that was not true. And the seller of the car, either unknowingly or unknowingly, misrepresented it. And the #1 cam journal on the exhaust side was roached, and the head was junk. So we wound up having to pull the motor out and rebuild an entire new motor with a different head. So that added some time, but since we had the time, we also pulled the interior back out and did a dropped floor pan. And this is just part of the process. This is the third seat, and may not be the last seat, that we are playing with to get the owner of this car to fit comfortably and correctly. A little bit bigger guy. It is possible to fit in a Miata, just takes some massaging, so I can pull this out. So dropped floor pan, gains about 1.5 inches doing that, and then we'll make some custom seat brackets, and we still need to massage that tunnel to get the wider seat to fit, but fit it will. Tim's car is half of it anyway. We keep showing this side because this side has the livery complete, and the other side's half complete. So suspension coming up, diff going in, matching helmet. We wanted a vintage feel for it, and I'm really happy about that. And the yellow, the sunburst. This car is shipped up here from Florida, and this thing is gorgeous. Yeah, it's a gorgeous piece. And he has already done a ton of work to the car. It's got Fox shocks on it, big brakes. All the interior cosmetic stuff is done, and it is clean. But it does have 150-some thousand miles on it, and he wants a turbo. So we're pulling the motor, which will be the most enjoyable engine pull we've ever done. Pulling the motor, doing a forged build on the motor, and then the Flying Miata turbo kit, which, yes, is overkill, but that's the point. He wants something that he can just go out and turn the key and drive with no fear of breaking it. So overkill is the way to go. This car just came back from paint, and this is one of our full restorations. So it still needs to be wet sanded and buffed. So our painter told me not to get too close with the camera. Yeah, I can't tell either. So he's going to get that wet sanded and buffed, and then it's going to start going back together. So literally every single bolt has been removed from it. No, it's not true. There's two pieces stuck together still. Other than that, every bolt has been removed from it, and it's getting the works. New engine, new interior, all new suspension, new bushing, shocks, the whole 9 yards. And let's see, this guy. This is a track car build, well, street legal track car. So, shout out to Auto Interest. This guy's been tracking for a while and finally popped the motor. So we built him a new motor with a couple of upgrades. We went ahead and put beefier rods in there. We're doing an oil cooler, gauges, and whatnot. It is a BP4W in a 94? Can't remember. I think it's a 94. So that should be done in a week or two here. Brian. So here's a Brian's project. Very nice purple livery. So story on this car. This is one of our employees' cars. He's running in the LMC series this year with us. Just picked it up a month or two ago. 100% bone stock, so we're going through the engine, doing all the maintenance, and of course, while you're at it, you have to make it pretty. You can't possibly put it back stock. Not for this type of application anyway, so yeah. Engine bay's getting done, the wiring's getting all trimmed up and made pretty in there. Got some new wheels, tires, got our skirts on there. Looking good. This car, the Arizona Suntan car. Doing a quote-unquote restoration where everything is getting touched except for the paint. So, paint stays the same. The car has no rust on it. Interior, custom upholstery on the seats, sound system, custom leather-wrapped steering wheel, all new carpet, new door cards. We made some, oh, can't really see. Let's see if I get some better lighting over here. No, I can't see there either. Oh well, custom machined speaker grills, new engine, new suspension on it, full of stainless exhaust. That one does run fired up last night for the first time, so about ready to do the braking on it. We got to do an alignment, bleed the clutch, a couple other details there. This car is another one running in the LMC series this year, and also going to be doing some T5 racing with it. We're still messing with the livery on this one. We've done a couple different revisions and hasn't yet felt quite right. And this one also got the dropped floor pan because the driver is tall, so we had to get him to fit in there. But he now clears with room to spare. We actually had to bring the seat back up a tiny bit, so that was good. All right, I believe that covers all of the new stuff. That concludes the tour for March. Hopefully I'll actually get one every month out coming up. And stop in and see us anytime, see all the fun stuff that's going on, and we'll catch you next time.